So one of the most common questions I get for Petsum99 is, DV, I've got some Robux to spend. What's the first thing that I should spend on? Like, what's the one thing, if I was going to buy one game pass, what should it be? And that's a really great question, and one that is not always easy to answer. But in this video, we're going to talk about that and get straight to the point. And I'll be spending a lot of Robux because this is a brand new account. Actually, it's not really a brand new account, but it's kind of new to Petsum99, and it has no game passes, nothing right now. Doesn't have a single thing yet. And today we're going to be spending and upgrading it so it could be one of my alt accounts that I can grind Petsum99 on in a very pay to win way. Yep, I do a lot of pay to win in this because I'm a content creator, so that's my job. Whereas you don't really need to buy everything in this game because it's not like you're making content. If you are, good luck on your videos. If you're not, yeah, you don't really need all the game passes. You don't need to spend a whole lot on this game, if at all. Like, you can play this completely free to play. It is doable. It's just a little bit harder. But before I begin, please do me solid, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, if you've been watching me for some time now, you know that I do a lot of like noob to pro videos. I do a lot of free to play videos. I do them all, okay? So I do Petsum Hardcore. Petsum Hardcore is harder than free to play because we can never go to the trade plaza and buy stuff from other players or even trade with other players. We can't even be on the same server as other players. We have to play by ourselves and basically get no assistance whatsoever. And we can't even buy like huges if we have enough for huges. We couldn't even do that. Hardcore is a lot harder. Free to play is not so bad. Free to play is actually pretty easy. But in my playing on free to play accounts, there are certain things that I kind of miss that are kind of must-haves. And the first one is going to be auto farm. And so, for example, here I have this pet, and I want to be able to go do other stuff while this pet is farming. I can't do that because anytime I leave the zone here, he's obviously going to follow me and be annoying. I'm going to be like, no, you go over here. I'm going to go over there and hatch. And he's like, nah, I just want to be with you, dude. And so you can't do that without auto farm. So the game's not showing auto farm, but you can buy it right here on the actual page. So if you are just starting out, you might have to go here first. So it's only 175 Robux. It's really cheap. We're going to go ahead and buy that. And then after you buy it, so let's just wait for it to refresh. There we go. It says owned. So now we can go back in here, and after a moment, it's going to tell you, thank you for your purchase. And so you can see it just popped up. So we now have auto farm, and what auto farm does is it makes it so you could like leave your dudes here and you can do other stuff. So maybe you want to like farm over here while they're farming over there. You could do that and not worry about them like following you around. And this is like one of the most valuable features, especially if you're AFKing. First reason is you can AFK farm here and pretty much leave your computer, and it's going to continue to reconnect you as long as you have auto farm enabled. If you don't have this enabled, it's just going to disconnect you and you're going to be basically idle, and it'll say we've kicked you. Otherwise, if you leave your computer with auto farm, what's going to happen is the game is going to refresh and reload and send you back here where you were auto farming without disconnecting you. So you can pretty much leave this overnight, which is really nice. Granted, yeah, you could just use an auto clicker if you don't want to do that. But the main reason we all like this, especially for events, is we can leave our pets here. So while my pets are farming over here, I could be over here AFK farming or hatching for the huge. So obviously, you know, we can't do the huge here because the huge is essentially in hacker world right now, but it's really, really helpful. So you can AFK farm while gaining resources and never have to leave your hatching. So as long as you have like super magnet or some kind of magnet ability, like a magnet flag, I could leave that on, and then I could be hatching over here infinitely without ever running out of coins because they're farming for coins while I'm hatching, which is a great process. Like, everyone that plays this game daily or regularly kind of needs auto farm. Without auto farm, it's just painful. You could play the game. Like I said, I have a bunch of free to play accounts, but auto farm's like the only thing I really, really, really miss. I like cringe because I leave and I forget that I don't have auto farm and my pets do this, and it's really annoying. Yeah, so auto farm, really cheap. Only costs like 100 and something, you know, Robux. Absolutely worth every penny. Now, if you already paid for auto farm, you already kind of pay to win, okay? So you've already like entered this whole dark world of people very angry with you because you spent money on this game. Well, welcome to the dark side. We're spending lots of money in this game. So over here, the next thing I would recommend is pets equipped. So this is a really helpful one. It says you get 15 more pets, get a head start. This is huge, okay? It's only 375 Robux. It is a bit more than the 175 you spent on auto farm. You're spending in total like 550 Robux getting these two things. So we're going to go and buy that. that. And now I suddenly have lots of pets. So we get 15 equipped right out the gate. Plus, you're going to want those a little bit later. Pets are your damage. Pets are your life in this game. I mean, they're essential. They're critical. You might be asking now, like, DV, okay, you just bought the, extra pet equips. Should I buy the extra 15 plus eggs for 625 Robux? And we're talking about this one down here. So if we go right here, we've just bought the 15 pets. This one right here, 15 hatch, not really worth it, to be honest. Like, honestly, I don't think you even need that. You can buy it if you have like a surplus of Robux, but if you have a surplus of Robux, you're not even watching this video. You're already buying everything anyway. So this video is not for people that have like a ton of Robux. This video is for people that have like a little bit more and a little bit more. Maybe you've bought a little bit at a time and you just don't know what to buy next and you don't want to mess up and buy the wrong things. So yeah, I would say go and skip the hatching thing. If you have the extra, that's just kind of like a bonus. So the next most important one I would say is going to be with your enchants. Enchants are so important in the game, and you only start out with like one slot at first. And yes, you do eventually unlock all of these, but only having 6 enchants is kind of limiting. And so I would recommend buying these slots. So I'm just going to go and show you. So the first one's going to cost you 400 Robux, and there's up to 3 of them. We do have some clan members that don't have them all, but it gets more expensive. So you see, it went from 400, it goes to 800, so it's essentially 1200. And then the final one's going to be 1200 Robux, which is quite a bit. It's like 12 bucks, right? But we're going to go and buy it right now. And you at least need, I would say, at least 1 or 2 of those. You don't need all 3, but I would say, dude, if you can afford it, get them all. This is such an important aspect of the game. It's everything. Like all your power, all your gems, all your extra stuff. You kind of need the slots. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, DV, wait. What about Huge Hunter? What about Super Drops? What about, Auto Tap? What about VIP? What about Magic Eggs? Double Stars? All that. Like, I get it. I get it. Yep, that was still more important than all of those combined. So here's the thing. With enchants, you can get more gems. With enchants, you can get more drops. With enchants, you can get all of those things, okay? You can get a Huge Hunter enchant. You can do all that kind of stuff without game passes. But yeah, that's a good question. Let's talk about these. So we have super drops. You get better luck with breakable drop chances. This is good, but I would buy something else before this. Then, of course, there's magic eggs. You got a bonus chance hatching golden and rainbow pets. But inside masteries, you already get all that anyway. You get a chance, you get increased chance for rainbow pets. You get a, increased chance for shiny. You get increased chance for gold. So you can also charge your eggs. So they added this whole auto hatch for charging eggs. So you don't really need that to be able to get rainbow pets. It does increase the chance of getting those things, but you're already going to have all that kind of stuff just from hatching stuff alone and getting those masteries done. Now, VIP is kind of interesting. It's only good for this right here. So see how I have a quest right now that says break 5 diamond breakables. VIP, I only use that for basically completing those quests. It is helpful, but there are some zones inside the game that are great for, diamond breakables. So you don't really need it. Plus, you could just go and spawn a diamond flag, and that's going to increase your diamond spawn, your breakable spawns. So you don't really have to have VIP. It's a good thing to have if you can get it, but I would skip it. And then, of course, Huge Hunter, you get more luck of hatching active huges. What does that mean? Currently, I can't even do that. So if you're a brand new player, unless you're in hacker world, you can't even do that anyway. But let me show you what that means. So if we go over to the spawn, it's going to tell you where the active egg is. So it says right here, hatch huges from egg number 226. Egg number 112 is here. So that means you need to get through the obby world, all that. So you have to be in the latest world. And it says rebirth 2 required, but that's not true because you can't even get to this egg without rebirthing like, I think, what is it, like 7 or 8 times. So yeah, you can't even hatch that anyway. So the Huge Hunter pass, not even worth it for a new player. These are going to be late game players, assuming you even like have time to hatch for huges, because Huge Hunter, it's only for active huges. It's not for like prison. If you saw the videos for the prison area, it's not going to help you get those huges. So like the police cat, you won't be able to get the prison cat through this. This does not help with any of those at all. It doesn't even help if you buy, like, so say if I go over here and buy exclusives right here, you would think that this Huge Hunter pass would help you with this, but it doesn't. It doesn't have any kind of effect whatsoever on the luck of getting a huge out of eggs, other than active huges. Again, when we're talking about active huges, we're talking about these huges that are free. So Huge Hunter, not really worth it in my opinion. You also have ultra lucky, much better luck with eggs. You could just use enchants. So you don't really need these. Don't really care about these. You can get them later. The next one you really need if you can afford it. Okay. If you can't afford it, I get it. But if you can afford it, double stars. Now, double stars gives you double stars for completing your quests. And we're going to do that right now so that we can, expedite our progress here. If you can't afford it, totally understand. It is a lot. I mean, and it's 2,400, dude. It's a lot. So we have that now, which is nice because if I go over here, you're gonna notice I get a lot more stars for my ranks. So it's gonna be way easier for me to rank up. And it's pretty funny because a lot of people say, DV, like, I don't bother ranking up, dude. Like, what's the purpose? What's the benefit? There's nothing really worth, you know, ranking up for. But they're completely wrong, and I'm gonna explain why. So first of all, if you look at your eggs here, and I'm just gonna go and buy some of these, make it a little easier for me to hatch. So each of these are extra eggs hatch slots that you can do. So every single time you hatch, you get extra eggs. So you'll notice it says I can buy 4. What that means is when I open, it's gonna let me hatch 4 at a time. I think we're over 100 now, last I checked. So you can hatch so many, and there's gonna be a lot of quests a little bit later on that basically require you to like hatch 2,000 eggs, and that's gonna take a while if you're not ranking up. The other thing that you really need for ranks is the pet equips. So if we come over here to pets equip, use more pets, you're gonna notice the same thing, just like the egg hatching, rank 5, rank 7, rank 9, and so on. So you unlock more of them. Of course, we got the pay to win version because that gives us another 15 to our cap. But rank 26 gives you another, you know, pet equip. And so all of these are essential for being able to get through zones very quickly, especially when there's a new update. You don't want to be sitting all the way back here just trying to like grind. You want to be ahead, breaking everything and getting a ton of coins so that you can hatch and so on. So it's the whole cycle of the game. You really need those ranks. But if that didn't convince you, you're like, DV, I don't really care about, you know, egg hatching. I don't really care about more pet equips. Well, you might care about Enchant. Again, you get unlocks for these as you rank up. So like rank 20 gives you this middle slot here and so on. So you're going to want these because at some point you're going to run out of slots and you're going to wish you had them. The next one I would recommend is going to be super drops, and it's not cheap. Okay, so let me see. Where is it? Yeah, it's 2,400 Robux. It's not cheap. And the reason why I like super drops is it does give us a lot more luck with breakable drop chances. It's going to get us better loot. If we get a lot of, you know, chests and such, we get gift bags. Not essential whatsoever. So we're gonna skip Huge Hunter altogether because I really don't think we're gonna ever use that. I don't really care about hatching unless it was for a mission. It's 3,200 Robux, not worth it at all. I'd rather just go buy another one of these right here and just buy all the huges that I want. You know, like I'll just buy another one of those. We'll go get 1 billion. So the next one after that though, I would go for is probably gonna be the regular lucky. Just so it's so cheap, it's only 275 Robux. It is gonna help you get a little bit better eggs, you know, and pets. So if you're trying to get like the best stat pet, you can get those. I don't really like the ultra lucky for 800 Robux. I didn't see any difference when I bought that. Didn't really start getting better stuff, really. You're better off just getting like better lucky like potions and enchants. Same goes for magic eggs. You can always just use the golden machine or rainbow machine. You don't really need this. So these are just kind of like extras, by the way, that you really don't need these. These are just kind of like fluff. I don't see any like big gameplay advantages buying this or the lucky. They're just nice to have. Same for the super drops. I don't really see huge like, oh my gosh, you have to have super drops. I would say all the other ones that I showed you are more important by far. This one's obviously not a game pass. I was just buying that because I'm gonna sell them anyway, and I want to show you how much we can make off of them. I would never open these. I would never buy these either unless you're a content creator looking to, you know, just try to make videos and such. It's never worth opening these. I do it anyway, but it's rarely ever worth doing. You know, you could just sell 3 of these eggs and get a huge instead of trying to open like 12 of these eggs to get a huge. You just sell them. You can sell 3 of them, get the huge. Sell 4 of them, get the huge. Either way, you're gonna get more huges selling them than trying to open them. And then as far as the Titanic goes, I've spent hundreds of thousands of Robux on these, and you're not guaranteed the Titanic. But in here, you got a little bit more of a chance. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit. We'll buy a little bit into it until we run out. See what we get. We got these. These give you quite a bit of gems actually. As soon as we open that, golden shovel. And we're about to buy some eggs here. 250 for this egg. We'll go and sell it. Looks like we're getting a hoverboard. See what they're going for. 5 mil. And it looks like we're getting 2 eggs right here. Getting 1 million gems. 2 eggs. 4 eggs for 800. That's a really good deal. Chest breaker. And hey, we got a free huge. Cool. We'll take that. That's pretty much as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go any further with this. 2,400. These you're only gonna get like what, 8 million plus these. If you go 6 times 3, it's like 36 million each. You're probably gonna get maybe 150 million or so. This, I don't know what that is over there. I don't think it doesn't look so good. Best thing to do, just buy another one of these and we're gonna go sell it. And technically, I think we can still afford the plus 15 eggs. So let's go and buy that too. That is pretty helpful still. All right, so I'm going to show you that magnet trick that I was telling you about earlier. This is why auto farm is so important. So we're going to go and auto farm here. We're going to set up the magnet flag because I have one. And now I don't have to really come back. So, you know, typically I'd have to come back and get all these. And then while they're breaking stuff, you can see I'm earning currency. So I can just hang out back here and keep hatching. And as a result of my hatching, they're going to go faster and faster and earn a lot more coins because they're breaking stuff faster. Next thing you might wonder is, should you buy extra daycare slots? I would say no. Don't even worry about that. Most of us don't even use this. You can like throw stuff in there if you really want to, but most of us don't see the benefits of this right now. It's just not really all that. Half the time I don't even like collect my stuff. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out figuring out what to buy in the game. You know, always recommend if you can just do free to play, but if you really want to grind this game and get rich fast, I mean, pay to win is definitely the way to go. It's very pay to win friendly, if you even want to call it that. Again, highly recommend don't open stuff. If you're gonna spend Robux and you like the surprises, Hacker Pack's probably the safest bet. At least you can kind of see what you're gonna get next and whether or not you're gonna, you want to spend. So you can kind of see most of them here. Some of them are cut off, and which is kind of annoying. But these, I would recommend staying away from. This is truly gambling. I really don't like this aspect of the game. You lose a lot of money doing this, so be careful. This just if you're gonna buy them, sell the eggs. If you really want to guarantee you're gonna be rich, do the math, figure out like how much gems you're gonna get for the Robux you spent. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If this was helpful, please let me know in the comments below. Until next time, happy grinding. Peace.